and colleague Michal Barda. In our time, he was one of the best goalkeepers of the world. Maybe today you are also one of the best.
It was in the last thousand, so it doesn't count
last
anymore,
century,
you know?
Last century.
Not last century, last 1,000 years ago, you know?
Okay, Misha, you have a floor.
Okay, thanks a lot. It's a great honor for me to be here for the Master Coach. We've got several topics. The first one should be the saving from distance. We'll start with some warm-up preparation exercises with stabilization of the core, because it's the base for the explosiveness, the explosive power, and go then for more exercises, being more and more complex. We'll see how the guys will handle that. Actually, for the first part, we can take all the exercises in common, and then when we specialize more on the goalkeepers, we'll take just the keepers in the goal and the field players just shooting what the goalkeeper needs. If you've got any question in between or impulse, just shout on me, because it doesn't make too sense if only I am explaining something here but you don't understand. So just don't be afraid just to hit me with a ball or shout very loudly or whatever you take really fit to get the attention. Okay, guys, you've got the balls. Each one has one ball at least. We go to the 6-meter line. Come on, into the goal area. And just starting to dribble and move freely, turn around, backwards, forward. All of us in the goal area. Come on, in. Okay, and now mix together, try to cover the ball. And don't be afraid to body check slightly. And try to body check and steal the ball of the opponent. Okay, and fighting ball for the ball. Perfect. We continue, but take little space just to this line. Continue, but the space is condensed. Come on. The same, but you don't go over this line. Okay, I'm still keep pushing the space. Okay, perfect. Just take more space around and just trying to very relaxed play the ball over the head and move freely on the feet. It should really land where I need a ball, so it means in the hand, not on the floor. Okay, we are playing the ball over the head, behind the back. Okay, perfect. And played behind the back. Wow, back. And back again. And try to stay free, relax on the feet, not just to get stunned. Okay, similar exercise, but bounce the ball between the legs. And again, try to stay relaxed on the feet, just relax. Stay relaxed. It's nice, perfect. Around. Again, trying to stay. And yeah. Over the head. How you play this? I mean that one. And the same the other side. What you said? Yeah, Benji. Okay, do we get it? Show me, do we get it? Show me. Yeah, perfect. And stay a little relaxed. More, okay, more, and faster. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. I like it, yeah. Okay, similar exercise, but try to change the hands on the ball. Have you seen him? He's great, come on. That's him, I like it. Come on, show us. That's it. Okay, so the training is over for you. The training is over for you now. Okay. Okay. Just a little stretch, rolling the ball on the floor. And try to go slowly and as far as you can to the side. Come on, come weiter with the feet. And as wide as you can. Here. It's stretching not only the feet, but here as well, over the shoulder. Come on, you are too much lazy guy. Come, roll here over. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, we've got it. Perfect. So, make a stand on all four and come forward with the ball as far as you can. Yeah. Another five. Okay, perfect. And back. Oh, who's using too much glue so it's not fine, huh? Perfect. And let's try similar exercise, but just stepping from the side on the ball, both hands on the ball, down again. Perfect. We lay down on the back, face up, ball between the feet, and just make a crunch. Like this, it's just fine. It's just fine. Okay. Some can do that for 3 days or 4 days, nothing happens, right? Okay, we turn back again, face down. And make the exercise with stepping with the hands over the ball, but try to lift one leg 5 centimeters behind the, over the floor. Okay. Come on, step with the hands over the ball. No, like that, what we made before, you know. But try with one leg up. Oh, yeah, it was too simple for you, no? It's very nice. And try to go with the ass, yeah, like that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, nice guys. Just relax. Do you have something to drink? Do you have something to drink? No. Okay, so 2 minutes just for relaxing. If you have something to drink, just drink. I will explain something that will continue. Yep, perfect. So I like to make a lot of stabilization exercises for the core, because I'm pretty sure that it's one point is it's a basis of self-confidence. It connects very nicely to that what Ingi said before the lunch. If you exercise as you practice, you are increasing your confidence. If you feel strong in your body, you feel you are explosive, and it's a very nice protection against injuries for the goalkeeper. So, who of you is goalkeeper or has been goalkeeper? Okay. My biggest problem was when I was bad and I have to go down 35 times for the ball. If I've been scored 35, it's aching in the back, you know. So you've got some options. You are better goalkeeper, or you learn just to kick the ball out of the goal. Depends on your vision, depends on your age, depends on your temperament. You can do that. Okay, we'll continue with some stabilization exercises, but more specific already for the goalkeepers. We'll do that in the goal. The players can do that outside the goal, but I'd like to make it in the goal with the goalkeeper just to get a feeling of the space. Come on, guys. Yeah, you've been the best. At least in the exercise. You've been the best, so you start. Come on. Lay down on your back here. You don't need a ball now. Let it in the goal. Exactly. Come forward. Exactly. Lay down. And now you go with this feet to the post here. And the other side again. Okay, show us. I mean to the post. I don't mean here, I mean to the post. Really touch it. Exactly. Okay, so we've got the idea. We'll do approximately twice or 3 times faster. But try to stay accurate with the touch here. Okay, come on. Perfect. Come on. It will be different because you are shorter, so okay. You know now how it feels. You know now how it feels. Okay. So explode. 3 each side are enough, but try to exactly. That's fine. That's fine. Perfect. Yeah, I mean the field players, you will be cold, you know, so you can do it on the floor without a post. Who's going into the goal? The next one. I take it. Yeah, you are too good for me. I take one field player, you know. Come on. We made the same exercise, but you won't touch the post here. You touch it here. You've got it? Okay, come on, show me. That's it. Perfect. And faster. Yeah, faster, I mean explode, you know. Perfect. Come on. We made similar exercise, but we do that with the hand. The same position. And you go cross with the hand up to here. And the same on the other side. You can jump from your ass, you know. You can jump from your ass, exactly. What I try to achieve is from the motion we've got from the feet to get as far as I can over the pelvis from the shoulder up to the fingers, just to be very, very long. Okay. The battery is getting weak somehow, no? The battery is getting weak somehow. Okay. Yeah, come on. You are pretty well. Try the same, but try to reach the post with both hands. With both. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. It's perfect. You got it. Now try to both sides as fast as you can. Perfect. Okay, goalkeeper, the long one, exactly. Have perfectly long legs, so I'm sure you will manage to get a feed here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, perfect. That's nice. That's nice. Oh. Oh no, don't get lazy on that side. Come on. Yeah. And that's perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's good. He will be good. Okay, come on. You tried with both hands again. Get it back. Both hands. I suppose you managed it. Okay. And I will put you a ball. Get it under control. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. Oh yeah. Wow. Nice. Come on. I want another goalkeeper. Hey, come on. What's your first priority as a goalkeeper? No. What is your first priority as a goalkeeper?
I'm not goalkeeper.
No, you are goalkeeper now, come on. What is your highest priority if you are a goalkeeper?
I don't know.
You don't know? I tell you, no goal.
Okay.
That's your role in the team, you know. So whatever I do, you allow no goal. Yeah. The same as the colleagues made. Down. Both hands. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's nice. Hey, you are too good for me. I must be strong. Nice. Okay, who's the next? Come. This guy? Okay. We make the same. The balls will be faster. If you don't manage with two hands, just try with one hand. But no goal, yeah? Well, you are too lazy. Here you can get it with both hands. Only if it's too far away that you don't get it with both, just go with one. Si nerozuměl? Wow, come on, come on. It's not bad. Come on. Ah! Last 3. No goal. Perfect. That's it. That's what I want. It was great. Exactly. What I'm talking about, I don't discuss the technique. It's your task how you make it. Just no goal. Perfect. You wouldn't be here. Come on. No, the ball was rolling to me, so it's a signal we will use both. What's the point? Come on, come on, come on. It was fine. It was really fine. Come on. Who's the next? Perfect. I don't care how you do it. You just have all the balls. Okay, I know. Perfect. Yeah, come on. I know it was hectic, but it was nice. The goalkeeper has to be lazy, you know. Otherwise you are like an idiot there, just running and... Okay, who's the next? Hey, come on, guys. You wasn't there in the goal. Come on. We make it more complicated now. More complicated. Lay down. You make a roll sideways, and then we'll get a pass. You got it? Roll sideways. No, no, no. No, no, no. Lay down, and roll. Roll. Oh, and now you'll get a pass. Okay, now you understand what I mean. So the same, but much faster. So approximately 50 times faster. Yeah? And go out, because no goal is allowed. If you got a ball here, it's goal. So, come on. That's it. Come. Come on! No goal, no goal, no goal. That's it. Okay. Who is rolling? It's a nice advice, thank you. Same thing, but much faster, yeah? Hey, come on, come on, come on. What I like to achieve, when you are rolling, watch exactly, the body is still behind, but you try to get a ball just to coordinate the last phase of the move. That's it, perfect. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's it, perfect, yeah. Oh, my Croatian is too bad. I can't explain in Croatian. You got it in English? last two on both sides, very fast and no goal. That's it. That's it. See that? I'm just provocating, you know. If you are too good, I have to be stronger. Who's the next one? Come on. You've got a lot of friends in the team, right? The same. Okay, I just explain you. I'm not so good anymore. It will be very high or very wide side. You have all the balls. Come on. I've got other balls. That's perfect. You know? It's fine. Perfect. It was very nice. I like it. So, who's the next? Best friend of you, right? Okay, but I will have another exercise for him then, yeah? Okay, you sit down. With the feet here as a goalkeeper. As a goalkeeper. And I play the ball here. Try to get it with both hands. As far as you get with both hands, perfect. And if you don't get it with both, then exactly, you can go with one. The more you get with both, the better. Oh, who was discussing so much? Oh yeah, I forgot you, my friend. You are the best one. Come on, show us. Nice. Come on, so you are a real keeper, so you show how you made it. Perfect. That's it. Perfect, yeah. He's really good. No, it was perfect, no goal. I don't care how you do that. If you are good, if you allow no goals. Come on, who's the next one? Oh, yeah. Come on. Lay down. And try to keep the feet up the floor. That's nice. Will you manage with both hands? Obě ruky. Oh. Obě ruky, ale nohy tu. Perfect. That's nice. Wow, you are so good. Who's the last one? You lay again here, but not centrally, but slightly aside. And I play somewhere. I can play like that, or I can play like that. Shit. You should hit. Yeah, right. That's it. Come on! I'm missing you in that corner, guy. Exactly, no goal, no goal. Oh, he's good. Perfect. Okay. We can exercise a lot. We've got a lot of power here. We've got a lot of stretching here and feeling how it feels when my body is not like that, but when it's like that and when it's like that, as far as I can get. Okay. You're getting cold, no? I need another one here. We are passing slowly the ball. You go with the ball and just position yourself so you stay in the middle where the ball is. No? And I'm moving slightly in the space, so you have to follow us. Perfect. You change. You make the same, but try to touch the ball when the ball is here. Just go one step back, touch the ball with both hands, go back to the basic stance, both hands. To the basic stance, the same, and I play the ball the other side, yeah? Okay, perfect. Come on. So we are faking slightly, so I can catch the ball here or the ball here. You try to follow the path already when you are moving and synchronize you moving according to the when you anticipate the ball is here. Yeah, both hands. Aha, yeah. Come to the basic stance again. Not between us, but touch, go back, move to the other side, and that's perfect. Yeah, yeah, you are faster, you are smart enough, you know the ball will come there. But if you are waiting, just come to the, yeah, so that when the ball is flying, you go. Shit, yeah. Perfect, nice. Exactly. Who's the next? What we try to achieve is 1 point to feel the rhythm of the ball. On the other side, just to synchronize my movement with the ball and take it the right position all the time. Yeah. Hey, I'm missing someone. Hey, come on. You would be nice in the goal. Yeah, you've got it. Touch the ball, go to the basic stance again, then the ball goes to the other side, and you go forward again. Wait. Now comes the ball. Exactly. Okay. Both ends. Exactly. Last 3. Okay, perfect. I just take the cones here. You go from the base stance to the cone, back, again to the cone, each one. It's really nice. What I like to have is, imagine there is a ball. Don't look down on the cone. Look somewhere on this height. Yeah, as if the ball is here. Exactly. Very nice. We make the same exercise, but you explode when you are going out of the goal, and you can relax when you're going back. Yeah. So the focus is nice pathway and just playing with the dynamics. You explode to the front, you just relax when you're going back. Yeah. Just you must feel the. Come on. The ball is somewhere here. The ball is somewhere here. This height, exactly. Yes. Ah, come on. You'll get it. Perfect. Nice. What is nice to achieve is that I don't need to look on the feet or the cone. I just got a perception of the space, automatic and peripheral view. I try to keep my vision in the 2 meters or something like that where the ball is moving. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. The ball is here. The ball is here. Up, up, up. Keep head up. Okay. Let's try once more. Yeah. Trying to keep the head up and explode to the floor and just relax backward. Explode the 3 steps and relax backwards. Yeah? It's very nice. Okay, it's fine. Okay, just relax 2 minutes. I have a drink if you need. I just explain something. What I try to get on the base, and we see it's already complicated for the guys who are not goalkeepers, is to get a basis of the movement automatically, perception of the space automatically, and synchronize my movement to the ball or to that what I need. When we tried with a guy who is not a goalkeeper, he was not able to keep his vision upright and get a dynamic high going in advance and relax going back. Mostly, if you need to save, you must be fast against the ball. Mostly you don't need to be so fast if you are going back. Okay, if there's a rope or something like that, there's an exception. But what we are talking about is if you try to stay concentrated in the goal over 60 minutes, you will die. You never manage that. So what you have to do is to play with the dynamic of the concentration. Actually, if we are talking about back players, have you seen a player scoring a goal from here? Actually not. So you have to follow the ball. Here it is dangerous, 101 in the wing player. When the ball is moving here, you don't need to be 100% concentrated because no one shoots a goal from here. It becomes rather dangerous when it's here. You must be careful. And here in the center, approximately I'm talking about man handball, up to 10 meters, you have to be fully concentrated when the ball is in this area. If the ball goes to the side, here mostly you don't need to be 100% concentrated. 70-80% are enough. So you're just playing with your concentration up and down all the time. When the ball is somewhere here and the play is not going direction to the goal, you sink down up to 60% or something like that. If he's going towards the goal, you build up the concentration again. You can save a lot of energy through that. And the experienced players in the goal do that in that way. Then in the last 15 or 10 minutes, they are really full there. The young, unexperienced goalkeepers play perfectly 30-40 minutes, and then the concentration goes down. And the last 20 minutes you say, he was so perfect all the time, and the last 15 minutes doesn't save any ball. That's mostly this problem. And just to learn that, to feel my body, to feel my mind, how concentrated I am in different circumstances with a lot of spectators, with a very strong opponent, is a tough thing. Is that right? When I've got a feeling I can manage my concentration optimally, I was approximately 35, so my body was not fit enough anymore just to keep along with my mind. But that's the point. But it makes you to be so strong. I remember one situation where he played with the Czech national team in the World Championship against Sweden in the late 90s. The Sweden in the best generation, Mats Olsson in goal, you know. And I was a coach, and my players were in average 8 centimeters shorter and maybe 10 kilo lighter as the Swedes, and we were fighting the Swedes for 40 minutes on a draw. And then we get a ball, and a guy was running a fast break, and I was on the bench as a coach, and I've seen the Mats Olsson over the 30 meters, how he's preparing the corner he will offer him. And our guy was just fighting the 40 minutes, red circles for the eyes, you know, see the free goal, okay, it's running. I couldn't do anything. I just watched that for the 3 seconds we running there, and Matt also moved to the side, then make hop, chuck. It was over. We lost with 4, of course. So that's exactly the situation. Experienced goalkeeper is able to manage his concentration. He will win your matches. Definitely he will. Okay, we continue with the guys. We go to the shooting basic stance and shooting exercises and trying how we manage it. Okay, come on guys. Take one mat alone, please. Take the mat alone. The mat. You know how it is if you are the best, no? You come here with 3 balls. Come on. You start from the basic stance, from here. Go to that corner. Take care. He goes to that corner, and then you shoot this corner down. 3 balls. Yeah? If you want to fall, if you don't need it, just put it back. If you need it because you will fall on your ass, you can keep it. But the balls are going precisely here somewhere. No outside, no on the post there. That's perfect. Okay, I knew you are the best. Come on, the next one. We probably won't do that with the field players. Or is someone of you going to try? Okay. Same side there. Faster, faster. We change, stay here. We change in the sides, huh? Come on. Perfect, nice. The other side as well. The other side. Yeah. Once more, 3 things. Oh yeah. Down and up. So you come on. It's really nice. We probably need a soccer goal for you.
Sorry.
We need a soccer goal for you. Football, eh? Oh yeah. We try one move more. You go here down, there down, and here up.
Okay, so
Full move. No. Sorry. 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. You start down on the side. He will pass. That's it. Perfect. Who is going to shoot here? Do you want to go? No. Same thing. Down, down, up. Perfect. Oh, you are too slow for him. You are too slow. Come on. Yeah, stronger. I'm much stronger, you know. Last 3. That's it. Perfect. you go to the other side. You make a roll. From here, roll. And you start for the shot over there. Yeah. Up. Much faster, much faster. He has to get a chance, but he shouldn't stop in between. Without stop. From the roll as fast as you can. That's it. Perfect. It's fine. Thank you. I need one field player. I need one field player. Oh, come on. You are so good. Come on. The same.
Why do players have to do things for goalkeepers? That's the thing for goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Normal players have to do that.
Have you heard that? He said it's for goalkeepers. He's a normal player. So I understand the goalkeepers are not normal players. It's correct. No. It's correct. The point is that actually you don't have a special goalkeeper today's handball. Everybody can play there. Faster. Must be faster the pass. And then okay. Yeah. One. Two goals. So, and you think 1 and 2. 6-5, yeah. It's your decision. Here are the heroes of the day. It was very nice. For the other guys, what do you very often need too much contact. Well, cooperating with your defense, the defending play just through positioning can limit the running pass in that way that it's very actually now 12 shots, 1 and 2 contact from the defending players. With the opponent like this, we come to that of the goalkeeper and defense. Just to, and the most will get a lot of confidence size and organize which direction he should press just through positioning on the field. In the block. So once more. Because he said in the it's a really good one. Any questions to that? What we
do you hear me? My friends, I got a request. Security check in the sports hall is like to put your backpack and you can pick them up tomorrow morning, not in the safe. Yeah? That means if you like. Everything clear? Then enjoy your coffee break.
which is very similar to that what Inge said before. Is someone ready to interpret it for us? I mean, it would be nice if I just talk and you just listen to me, but unfortunately you won't remember anything. That's the point. Actually there are, oh, it's too far. There are percentages, how much you remember according to that, how you absorb the information. So if you're just listening, it's somewhere between 0 and 10% what you remember from that what you hear. On the other side, if you try to teach others, you will remember about 90% of that what you are teaching. So the basic is you can see how asymmetric the situation here is, because if you try really just to listen, you won't remember anything from that what I'm talking about. But me, I will remember 90%. So there's a slight provocation from my side. I would really like if you don't take anything from that I'm talking about for granted. Just don't believe me. Ask questions about everything I'm talking about. Consider it's not right. If you try just to discuss or quarrel with me, we've got a chance that we got somewhere to 50% of that what we are talking about. It's maybe a little hard, but it's how it works. So for those who still remember how they studied, you know how it is. If you're just going through the books, it's nothing special. If you try to take a beer and quarrel with your friends about some topics, you will recognize after some weeks or months that you still remember that, but the books are already lost. If we try to go to the history, there was a lot of national handball schools. It was Germany, Yugoslavia, Sweden, Russia, former Yugoslavia, of course, which was rather similar to Hungary. But actually, handball changed in the last decade or 2 decades so much. There are actually the players moving all around Europe or worldwide even, and mixing. And who is still keeping the typical national technique? I'm not sure about it. It's taught, for instance, here. Exactly, I just wanted to say, it's taught here in Croatia. But actually, if you see the top players and top keepers, they are perfectly prepared and they are crazy. So what you see the guys doing in the goal is amazing. I'm sure about it that the preparation, the physical preparation of the goalkeepers improved in the last 2 decades tremendously. And the mental preparation improved as well. In my opinion, there are still some national schools, and beside Croatia, I'm not sure, maybe Hungary is slightly similar, but the rest of the world is just so terribly mixed. If you just take the goalkeepers of German team you are here, Wolf and Silvio Heinevetter, they are so different. They could be from another galaxies, not just from our national team, you know. And I'm pretty sure the basics may be taught according to some model or pattern on some mostly historical school, but the development goes to where the individual goalkeeper is used to, or where is his vision, or where is his potential, his opportunities just to develop and to be the best. If I talk to the guys there, I don't care too much how you do it. Just save every ball. And obviously the technique will be different for the tall guy or for the short. The question for me is, and it took me a lot of time to come to this conclusion, what is the right technique I should learn my goalkeepers when they are 8 or 10 or 12? Because if they got matured and maybe they are 14 and they've got holidays from the school and came in September back to the training and they are 7 centimeters taller, and now their body doesn't behave like they expected because everything changed from the biomechanics. And the biggest problem is, or there are two in my opinion. One is the loss of confidence, because the young player who was very strong in May comes in September and nothing works with his body. So it's a terrible feeling. And the second point is, if you try to change the motion patterns at the age of 14 that are fixed already, it's pretty tough. I'm not sure, maybe you manage that, maybe you lose some time, maybe you lose some potential, I don't know. But through the years I learned to try to fix a lot of individual moves, but connect the technique with perception and decision making all the time. So that actually the goalkeepers got a very wide portfolio of basic movement that got automated, and just use the highest criteria we mentioned before, no goal, just to select the right movement. If you do that in the phase from 6, 8, 10 years up, in the phase that there is no pressure on the result, you can develop in the training a very wide portfolio of movement. They are very natural and they are connected to the game. They are connected to perception of the space of the ball and with the decision making. They are not connected to me as a coach standing there and crying, make a move like that. It was a shit, make it like that. Because I run the risk that a goalkeeper will play in the goal as I will, not as he will. And the problem is, he will go to some alibi, say, okay, I'm moving as the coach told me, so I'm doing right. Maybe I've got saving efficiency from 15%, but I'm doing according to the coach, so I'm fine. So actually losing a lot of potential of the goalkeeper's head, of his motivation to look for his way, how to do that, how to save. It's not easy for a coach not to train, to prescribe how to do that, but just to give the impulse and let the goalkeeper just seek his own way. I am a terribly impatient man, so I know how hard it is, but I learned to know that is the best way how to open the development up to the late years. You'll see later on some examples of goalkeepers who are learning tremendously with 35 years. It's fascinating. So I'm pretty skeptical about a specific national schools has been 20 years ago, something like that. There are some very good basics, but I'm pretty sure that each goalkeeper who wants to be the best one will seek his own way. If we try to name 10 top goalkeepers in the world, maybe we'll agree on 10 names, but I'm pretty sure each of them will be totally different, or not totally, in some situation, maybe. But they will just be the best of his or her potential, of his body shape, how tall they are, how explosive they are, how mental strong they are. All of this mixed together will make the image of the goalkeeper. It's funny thing that in goal you can compensate a lot, incredibly a lot. You've got guys who are over 2 meters, perfect in coordination. We are shorter guys. I played rather successfully goal for a long time. Nobody knew how terribly slow I am. I explained nobody when I was active player. I told after that. One coach who's got a bad luck to experience it was Rolf Brack in Germany, who is a very scientific guy and rather crazy guy, eager to try new things all the time. He has been professor in university as well, and coaching the Bundesliga team, and he measured the explosive power of the players just through apparatus. You are jumping over some hurdles, and the apparatus is measuring the time you spent on the ground and compares with the time you spent in the air. The more time you spend in the air says you are more explosive. Very short on the ground, very long in the air. We make this exercise, and Rolf look on my results and say, Mike, it can't be. I'll run it once more. So I did it 3 or 4 times, and he just packed his apparatus and to the university to recalibrate it because he didn't want to believe the results. I told him, Rolf, I'm very sorry, I am so slow. I can't do anything. So I started to play a real top handball with 24, and I have no white muscle fibers. So what should I do? I'm just playing goal as I can. Sorry for that. And I told nobody, and okay, it was fine. I was anticipating a lot. I was sometimes provoking the opponent so that he loses his confidence. It was fun. But actually, it was no top athletic performance. It was maybe sometimes top goalkeeper performance, but not from the elder. I like it all the time. So I say from that point of view, you can compensate a lot, terrible things in the goal. If you are able to manage your defense so that the defense can cover your weak points. And of course, you shouldn't talk to anybody about it. How the technique comes together. As I mentioned, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of techniques, a lot of successful techniques. I'm not sure if there are unsuccessful techniques. I don't think so. There may be some patterns, they are not successful. They should be corrected if it becomes a behavior that the opponent can use or misuse. But for me, the critical questions about goalkeeping technique is which is correct, and how can I land the correct one in the right time? How can I match the technique to my biomechanics, to my physiognomy? Because what I mentioned before, the young players are developing all the time. If I fix something that doesn't fit their body shape when they are 20 or 25, I've got a problem. So how can I keep the technique so flexible that it can develop? One point that is terrible for goalkeepers is the development of the throwing technique on the wrist of the field players. Of course, connected with the glue that makes them to do terrible things with the ball that wasn't possible 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And that's another important point, that you have to develop the technique with the game. I've got a pretty silly situation a long time ago, in that time, where the spin from above, this one, was very rare. And actually, in that time, only Alexander Kashakevich from Russia was able to shoot from here, the spin. A lot of players were able to make the spin when they go with the hand down and turn the wrist like that, but he was in that time the only one who made the shot, the movement like for a stride shot, and make the spin from up. And I was lecturing somewhere in Denmark for the coaches, and I talked about anticipation and how important it is to handle the information about the opponent for the goalkeeper. And I said, for instance, this shot is very rare, so you know this guy knows that and these guys know that, you can forget about the rest, so it's fine for you. And we went to the practice. There was some 16-year-old guys practicing, and from 8 wings, 6 got his shot. I was like an idiot, you know. But that's it. And you have to change your technique with that. Because, I don't know, you mentioned just you that you are a goalkeeper, but for instance, it is totally changing your technique saving from the wing. Because if you are used that if the ball is here, he can't spin, you just position it wrong. If you just use that if he wants to spin, he had to put his hand here, you've been fine last year. But now you go with the hand down and he makes this backhand shot over your chair. You see like idiot. Spectators laughing. It's pretty hard to stay in the goal. It's at least my experience. So you have to develop all the time as well. And point that is extremely important is how to stay unpredictable in the goal. As the goalkeepers are studying the field plays on videos, or nowadays not videos, you've got a computer and say, okay, I want Lars Christiansen over Gensheimer, how he shot in last 100 games in the last 10 minutes of the game. Tuck, in 10 seconds you've got a result, and you can study that. Of course, the field players study the goalkeepers the same way. So if you've got a fixed patterns in fixed situation, you are lost. And the guys are pretty good. So what they can do with the hand, it's amazing. Actually, sometimes I'm quite happy I don't play anymore, because it's really hard. So how to stay unpredictable, and how to keep the standard, because you are seeking for new patterns, for new moves, for new techniques all the time, and you have to select and throw out that one that's not working before the opponent notice that, say, okay, in this situation he behaves like that, I will use that. But against other players with different jump, with different timing of the throwing arm, maybe this technique is working. Maybe, maybe not. So, to make it short, how can I save even the incredible balls? That's the question. And For me, the point that is extremely important, I repeat it once more, you can't do that like your coach wish that you do that. Because you lose your idea, you lose your imagination, your potential just to make game your game. I'm pretty sure about that. You can help the young players to certain level, but if at certain level you don't get a feeling of the crazy guy who forgot his body because he just wants to stop the ball and he doesn't care if it's dangerous or not, and sometimes it's pretty dangerous, then okay, maybe it's a good standard, maybe it's a league standard, but it won't be the international top goalkeeper, I'm pretty sure. This guy is one of the best ones. That's one of what I mentioned. It's amazing for me how he's developing and learning all the time. How old is he? I don't know. He's the same in the last 10 years, something like that. 38 or something like that. Maybe even more. Are there differences between male and female goalkeepers? What do you mean? Are there any? I don't know. I'm just asking. It's not bad, no? To be frank, I don't see too much differences on the top level. On the middle level, yes. On the middle level, there's the typical difference on the physical preparation or on the power or explosive power, jumping power and so on. But on the top level, okay, some centimeters, some arm reach, but actually in the techniques, not so much. Maybe the most extreme crazy guys, as Silvio Heinevetter, for instance, don't have exact pendants in female handball. Maybe it's because women are not so crazy as men, because of course mankind has to survive, so someone has to be reasonable, and for sure there are the ladies who are more reasonable as the men mostly. Not all the time, but mostly in average. But I don't see too much differences between on the top level in the techniques between ladies and men. Do you? Let's talk about the basics. What are the basics of the technique? For me, it's one important point is the physiognomy and biomechanics, so the arm reach mostly and the body area. Handball became so fast that if you have a big body that can cover a lot area in a goal, it's mostly advantage. If you are able to move the body appropriately in the goal. There are for sure some disadvantages if you are too short, especially in men handball where really the field players are able to jump much higher. and then it's really a disadvantage. But again, as I mentioned, you can compensate a lot. Another important point for me is core stability. As I mentioned in the practice, is the source of self-confidence if the keeper is strong in his core. Because if you are not strong here, you can't make a fast move with your leg or with your hand. If you are not very strong here, try to lift the hand so the body will go like that. It's just balance. If you are strong here, got a strong muscle, so you've got a fixed point and you can move very fast. The same for legs, or even more because they are heavier. So that's very important point. If you consider how the top goalkeepers move, definitely strong core is a protection from injuries. So if you see how they are flying and falling on the ground and getting in touch with a field player in fast break who jumps into the goal and try to shoot over your head, and you jump is and you collide in the air and fall down, it's pretty hard. If you are not really strong, you won't survive too long, in my opinion. Okay, motor activity, which is, in my opinion, very connected to mental constitution and to his temperament. If you've got a goalkeeper who's very phlegmatic, some years ago, almost all top Russian goalkeepers were just standing there. Funny thing, Igor Chumak, I never seen a fast move of him. He's been always on the place where the ball was. I don't know how he do it. But it's connected to the mobility, to the motion as well, to the how they display the temperament, the mind. And of course, it's limited or developed by the mental abilities, perception, imagination, decision-making, all of that. But I'm pretty sure in 2 days handball, you can go with, let's say, classical way with very nice fixed technique. But if you are not crazy able to take very fast decisions and to do something which is unpredictable, you don't reach the stars. You stay somewhere maybe very nice and very good level, but you won't get this killer instinct when you just change things. It's actually very nice reward for goalkeepers, because, to be open, only idiot will go to that area, stay there, and the other guys shooting the balls of half kilogram, 120 kilometers on your head. It's not normal. But a very nice reward is that you can really change things. If a goalkeeper just shut down the goal, the other team can do what they want, they will lose. And you know the situations when you got a feeling that the opponent team is scared to shoot because they lost all confidence, and in the situation they are free with the ball on 7 meters and playing another pass, just not me. You know. There's a funny thing, in that point, a goalkeeper is something like a zero in roulette, you know. It's out of the system. In changing the rules, it makes some people terrible sad at the end of the game. But that's how it works. So perception, observation, space, time, and understanding of the game. That for me a very important thing, because you can anticipate, you can predict a lot in the goal. You can predict according to the throwing arm movement, the timing. There are not so many people who can change the timing of the throwing arm. It's not so easy. You can sometimes change the movement on the direction, but to change the timing, to be very fast, or then go, as a lot of left-handed players do, that the elbow goes forward and then comes the hand afterward. It's changing the timing for the goalkeepers because it's changing the key point you are synchronizing on the movement of the opponent's body. So that is another point when you can change the game, and actually you see a lot of guys in the top handball in the last decade who really, they don't speculate, but they gamble, and they are able to prepare their opponent to do exactly what the goalkeeper wants to do. It's a very nice case. It's actually changing the idea of handball and attacking players and defending player who is doing that according to how attack is acting, and the goalkeeper is the poor guy behind just to improve all the mistakes that happened before. And it could be changed in another way, that me as a goalkeeper, I decide what will happen on the court. And I see the opponent coming. I know there is a young guy who is maybe under pressure because he's just fighting for his new contract. Or an experienced guy who's coming back after injury. And I know he haven't got any successful game before after the injury. I can say to my defense, okay, let this guy shoot. Or prepare a special situation where I know exactly. I just studied the computer, I know it. 85% in this situation he will shoot like that. So I will prepare through my defense, I will prepare the situation for him. So I'm just changing the whole game. I'm deciding what's allowed to happen, not the attack. It's very interesting to see handball and the role of the goalkeeper like that, because it's another dimension of the game. And funny thing is that if you've got good defense, you can persuade that exactly that game makes sense. And they expect support from you, and they are ready to work for you as a goalkeeper because they believe what you said is correct and that makes sense for them. So actually, you make the life for the defense easier because you say, okay, if you are positioning like that, 8.5 meters is enough because the rest I've got is backcourt player. Against him, just go against the hand and then push him slightly, go away. I will shut down the goal. They just say what will happen and what will work. So they are happy to do it for you if you show the performance and if you show your passion to fight for every ball. If you've got it in the goal, it's a nice game. Really it is. So let's come slightly more to the hard facts. Some of you have got physics on the basic school. I've got something about physics. I've forgotten a lot of that, but I remember one thing. If you want to move some object, you need a fixed point, and the power goes from the fixed point through the heavyweight point of that object, and it defines the direction of the movement. If I take a goalkeeper, so the fixed points, when I'm standing on the ground, the fixed points are my tiptoes, and the body heavyweight is somewhere here in my belly. The principle is, if the goalkeeper is standing like that, so that's approximately the heavy point, and the power vector goes from the tip of the foot, and we can divide this power vector to the vertical part and horizontal part. The vertical part is responsible for jumping up, and the horizontal part is responsible for moving my body to the side. Unfortunately, I seldom reach the pole, so I really have to move to the side. So if we just decompose the power vector here, it's the vertical part, and the horizontal part is so small if the position is so narrow. And you know from our experience, if you from that position try to move sideways, it's not so easy. If you take a wide stance, the situation changes slightly. There's a heavy point of the body. There's the power vector if I want to jump off my feet. And there are the vertical part and the horizontal part. So you see that with the wide stance, the horizontal part is much bigger, and it was in the case before. Yeah. So with this position, I can move much faster to the side. Of course, if I've got so wide stance, I sacrifice some height. But with the guys as Arpad Szczerbik with 2 meters, something like that, or Andreas Wolf 2.2 or something like that, you actually don't sacrifice too much, because the guys don't fit into the goal. So if you sacrifice something, go very wide, so it's maybe 10 or 12 centimeters here. But the movement to the side is extremely fast in this case. Of course, you have to take care about the area between the legs, for sure. But the movement to the side is extremely fast. And the reach of the guys is extremely long as well. So that's the reason why it's very difficult to be in today's handball a top goalkeeper if you are short. Because not to sacrifice too much of your reach to upper corners, you have to have a narrow stance. If you've got a narrow stance, you are not so fast in a sideways movement. If you go deep and be very wide, you sacrifice too much, maybe you don't reach the upper corner. So that's the balance you're gonna find. That's it. The other point is one hand save or both hands save. Is something correct, or what you prefer? One hand. Why? I'm just asking. I'm just provoking. You said you've got both hands, you've got two hands, but if the ball is here, what I do with the other hand is just... Yeah. That's correct. On the other side, how many players are able to use the wrist if they are under pressure? If the block is not passive, but the block goes active forward, so just shortening the time. I'm just asking. A little but enough, okay. It's exactly what is enough. 15% or 10 or 40? I don't know. Funny thing is, and that's exactly the point, that there are a lot of goalkeepers who just swear on one hand. There are many goalkeepers who swear on both hands in some situations. all of them are very good or top. I'm pretty sure it's against one of the things that's connected very much with the self-confidence and even risk management, you know. Because on the other side, the arguments you mentioned are totally correct. On the other side, I could say, okay, this is perfect example of perfect one-hand save. But if there is block touching the ball, or if you don't see exactly the ball because it's just a stem shot somewhere between the three players, it could be dangerous because one hand's got the small areas, so just to miss the ball is a bigger chance as if you go with two. And on the other side, if you really, and it's totally correct, if you go with both hands in one corner and the ball goes to the other corner, you are like an idiot for the people, you know. And to stand in 3 or 4 times in a game to look like an idiot for 20,000 spectators and 200 million spectators on TV, it's rather hard, exactly. But there are guys who can survive that. Silvio, I know of this guy. No? You are running fast break, and he's got his head here, and his foot he's got in the upper corner. And you say, what does it mean? But he saves often enough to make you insecure, and if a goal got scored, he doesn't care. He's confident, he's safe. Other guys can't be safe. I can't be safe like that, just gambling, you know. But he's not gambling, he just took that as a part of his movement, of his technique, and he's very successful with that. So here's another picture. It's almost perfect, no? He's covering with both hands. There's foot there, no much space under the foot, okay. Again, what's amazing for me, there's no one perfect technique in that. And consider what you can do if you are changing the technique. If you can handle both in different situations. So again, you are unpredictable for the opponent. It's pretty hard in training because you must be crazy enough to practice more, to get all these patterns into your portfolio of movement, for sure. But it's pretty nice if you manage that. Maybe there are some pictures. We can see a lot of the guys we talked about. (2m2) from the coordination, pretty nice. It's easy, no? That was incredible save. Now it's in slow motion. just look on the timing and how the player is moving to the defense and what is covered, and you just check out options that are not possible for him to work. And then at the end, if you are smart enough and patient enough, you maybe come to that one shot he has to do right in this moment. We'll talk about it later more tomorrow when we talk about it, how it comes that you can really sort out the perfect shot and the goalkeeper is there. It's working like that. But it has been worked through in the training. And the signal must be given to the team in the training that you are working like that. Some years ago, I talked to Filip Píchaj about the time he was in Kiel, and where Titi Omeye was in Kiel. And Filip told me, he's not perfect all the time. There are some games when he, just from the statistics, from the analytics, he's really poor. But we know he's training in this game. He's just practicing. He's trying new things, and we know pretty well when we need him. When he plays against Barcelona and finally against Flensburg, something like that, he will be there and he will save. And that's a level of trust you have to work for years and years on just to get it and to be connected with your name, with your personality. And then you've got a trust of your team, of your defense, and the opponent is afraid of you. It's actually the best you can manage if you just play in the goal. Now you've got a feeling they are just scared to shoot on your goal because you know you will save anything. So if you experience something like that once or twice in your life, so it's fine. How to come to the analysis? Unfortunately, we don't have, or fortunately, we've got unified analysis in IHF and EHF and Olympic Games since some years. Some years ago, it was different, and it's terrible. On the other side, the saved goals, the saved balls against the goal scored is nice, but I'm not just satisfied too much with that, because what's the importance of the goal? How you count a shot from 10 meters which is half blocked by the defending players just jumping into the goal area, you got it, compared to fast break when it's 3 minutes to the end of the game. So it's difficult. And another thing that is difficult for me, and it's not reflected in the statistics we've got now, is if you take a typical situation, very important game, teams fighting just up to the level, trying to allow no risk, to play very safe. You've got a chance on a breakthrough, foul, the goalkeeper saves, referee whistles and calls a free throw. So the opponent plays again. There is a wing on 3 meter angle, goalkeeper saves, a referee calls for penalty. Penalty, goal scored. So from these actions, you've got actually 1 goal scored, no successful save in the statistics, which doesn't reflect the situation on the field, because the goalkeeper saved twice before, and maybe you saved your 1 minute to play. So it's not so clear, but okay, it's the best we've got. But I see more important the inner statistics and inner analytics of the goalkeeper, based on what is my vision, what is my goal, where do I want to go, where do I want to be in 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. And in my opinion, the goalkeeper must have the vision, must have a master plan how to come to the goal. It must have very precise analysis of my own strengths and weaknesses and opportunities, and to work with that. As I mentioned before, you can compensate so much in the goal that the opponent maybe doesn't need to notice that you've got some weak point on one game, or maybe you've got some injury you don't want to make public, and it works really. So for me, this is the structure of the master plan in long term. And then I can build up my training program with keystones, just saying, okay, at that time I'd like to be there. I'd like to manage that, and working according to that. If it's on the body shape, on its positioning, and the most important thing, in my opinion, is the mental toughness Inge mentioned here. It's pretty difficult because I used to ask a question, I do it again. What is, in your opinion, the biggest difference between goalkeeper and field player in the game? Any idea? What is the biggest difference? Everybody's tired. No idea? In my opinion, if a field player is not in a good shape, and he's an experienced one, and maybe he hadn't scored from 2 very nice actions, he can wait when he goes one-on-one and go into the gap, and he's not confident to score. He can put his hand to the opponent and provoke a penalty or something like that, or wait for a free throw at least, just not to lose the ball and wait for the chance when he feels confident to score. Or maybe he doesn't need to shoot, just open the gap and play the pass for his team and to score. So, as an experienced field player, you can survive the situation when you don't feel confident on the field. As a goalkeeper, it's pretty tough. You can stay there, and the start of the game was one fast break, second fast break, foul, penalty, goal scored, big winkle from the side. You've got 4 goals, no save, and you can't simply stay there and say, fuck, this ball is too hard, I will let it go and I wait for the next ball, maybe it will be slower. You can't do anything like that. You must be there and go for the next ball so enthusiastically as for the first one. Even if you, after 15 minutes, you get no success. And it's pretty hard. And it's pretty hard to come back to the game. We've seen there a lot of pictures of the Bandar from Barcelona, who actually saved the game, Barcelona against Kiel in last year. he just saved everything. And actually, he had so many chances and played in the field better as Barcelona. So that's the hard part of the goalkeeper's job. To stay tough and to stay focused and stay confident, even if in the 12 minutes you've got 1 ball saved and 7 goals scored, and you stay there. What will happen in the another 45 minutes or 48 minutes, it's on you. It's your job to stay focused, say, okay, I'm strong enough to save the next ball. And if it doesn't happen, to wait for the next, say, okay, I'm confident enough, I will save it. That's the hardest part. So the mental shape, the focus, the confidence and organization, inner organization, to be aware of my strong points, of my preparation. As Inge mentioned, preparation is the base of my confidence, because I know what I've done for the success. It's a huge part of that. And I myself experienced several matches when I was extremely poor. And actually I saved in the whole game 5 balls. But I was fighting for every ball, and the defense saw I'm fighting, so they fight it for me. And at the end, we won with 2 goals, and all spectators were happy and say, okay, it was a nice game, and the defense was perfect. Yeah. Everybody was satisfied, and I knew I saved 5 balls in the game, you know. But what you display, what you show to the opponent, what you show to your teammates in the defense, is sometimes much more important than just 1 point in the statistics, because it builds the trust for the future. It's very hard things to do. Okay, the other things are tactical preparation, opponent information. It was interesting what Inge says here about the Russians who just focus on their strengths and said, okay, I don't care who is my opponent today. I will just play my game and I will be successful. And of course, the mental stability and the risk readiness. How you manage the risk on the field. Sometimes there are situations that you have to just select from 2 shitty situations, the one you somehow feel it could be better. No one can help you in that moment, only the result will show if it was correct or not. If you're playing 28-28 and you need to win, in the last minute you save a ball and 2 wing players are sprinting for a fast break. One is an experienced one, the other is a young guy. Where will you pass the ball? To the experienced one. Okay, if the position is similar, you can choose. You place in the center. No, it's at the end of the day, it's your decision that could decide a match. It looks simple. Most of the goalkeeper would say, okay, I will play the most experienced one in that situation. But what happens in the experienced one just failed 2 times and the young player is just hungry. Slightly changing. Eh? I don't know what is correct. There is no correct answer. Correct answer will be if you play the pass and the player will score, then you are the king. If you won't score, you are an idiot because you will take the bad decision. So simple it is. Is anyone ever of this book? Have anyone read this book by Jeff Colvin, Talent is Overrated? I can really recommend it, it's very nice. It talks about some study of psychologist Anders Ericsson. Anders Ericsson was working with Musical Academy in Berlin and was trying to learn why some of the music students were extraordinarily good and some of them has been just average. And with the help of the professors of the academy, they just make a big survey of music students of the same age. They've got a similar program because they've been studying the same academy. And they've been following about 28 parameters just to find out why some of them are really stars. And they find out that the only parameter that was important and correlate with the quality was how much they practice in summary to that age. The stars where the professor said, okay, there are people who will be real international soloists and stars. They made more practice. In that time, it was they just divided the students in two groups, in three groups, and the first group got a summary of the exercises that they practiced was about 8,500 hours summarized up to the age of 20 or something like that. And the average got about 6,000, and the poorest third was about 3,500. They found out that the best group was ready to change and adopt their social life and their daily program to the practice. They practiced early in the morning when they've been fresh. They went to the school. Then in midday, they practiced newly, got a rest, have some personal things, and in the evening, they practice as well. And Anders Ericsson generalized that to a theory that became famous, so-called 10,000 hours theory, which says if you want to achieve mastery level, you have to practice at least 10,000 hours. Funny thing was that when he came with his study from musical students, experts from many branches called him and say, hey, in my area of expertise is the same. For medicine or for chess playing, where they say in chess, you never can be the master if you don't practice chess at least 10 years. So it became generalized like that. If we take it to handball and you try to just decompose the 10,000 hours, it's 20 hours a week for 50 weeks a year in 10 years of training. Funny thing is that some of the guys you'll see tonight are working like that. And they are really good. So it's just the point about, okay, it's slightly simplified, but it works like that. And it was an impulse for a lot of more and more studies based on that. And other psychologists came with some information that was not so easy to absorb, but they are actually summarize that not every practice is counting. It must be a practice you make on the border or over the border of your comfort zone. Not that I manage something, so I'll do it in sleep and okay, after that it will work. No. Each time you have to try to go out of the comfort zone and look for the solution, learn, fail, and learn, and fail, and learn again. The other point is how you can speed it up is that you involve many senses into the training, into the practice. So the imprinting you've got through the practice is distributed through many senses, haptic, visual, through your ear, and so on and so on. And extremely important is the last point, that you have to get feedback during the practice from a trustworthy person. That will help you to make you sure, okay, this works or this doesn't work, take care, do it like that. So to make it short, you have to use your time really efficiently. Then it's working. There is one tremendous save I love. It's amazing. How you practice something like that? It's incredible. So that's for me the point, that goalkeeping is not about technique, it's about passion. Simple like that. Thank you for your attention. Any questions to that?
One small question. What was the purpose to put the field players in the goal? We didn't see anything. I have a feeling you lose the tie. And it was like exercises for the children.
Exercise?
Exercises for the children, you know, that was small.
The reason for me is in two areas. Mostly to show in the team how hard the goalkeeper has to work. In a lot of the team, the players think, okay, I'm running, so I'm really working, and the goalkeeper is just standing there because he's too lazy to do anything, you know. And we've seen one of the first exercises, we just try to play the ball and stay relaxed. You say it was exercises for the children. The guys, I mean, how old? 15, 16, something like that. Yeah. Some of them got problems with these exercises. And what we are talking about is to perceive the space, handle the ball, and to stay relaxed. Or actually, if you look at exercises for the children, you are right. I used to do these exercises from 7 years up to the national team. The same one. Just for the reason with the small children you develop. with a top-level guy, you give them confidence. If you try this exercise and stay relaxed, you got a tremendous feeling on confidence because you stay relaxed, you save your energy, but you handle the ball very safely. It's a very nice feeling. So I put the field players there just for that reason, just to make them aware that you make 2 spins or make a full from the goalkeeper. Does it mean we are so much better, working so much better? Yeah. So, and the basic exercises for me doesn't take any role. It's a goalkeeper or field player. Okay, then the positioning goal, but it's slightly we are talking about just feeling of my body in the space, nothing more. Thank you for the question.
Any question more? Remarks?
If there are some more, we've got 2 sessions more in the morning, so you can save it for the morning. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Michel. Then have a nice matches, have a nice evening. We will continue tomorrow in the morning.